You know, here's how I see myself. I see myself as your friend who's maybe just a few steps ahead in the decluttering journey. And the reason I say that is because if you know my past, you know I was a very messy person. I felt very overwhelmed by all the stuff in our house. And for me, what that caused me to do was to just give up. I just kind of like threw in the towel and was like, you know what? It's just how it's gonna be. It is what it is. And we'll just live in a messy house until the kids are older, right? But if I could go back and like tell myself something back then, it would be that having a home that's actually really easy to keep up, is organized, easy to tidy. I was actually much closer to it than I realized. And so what I want to encourage you today is that don't give up. I hope you don't feel too defeated, because there was really one main mind shift that took place. And from there on out, it has actually been very easy. And again, I'll say, you've heard me say this, like, okay, our laundry room is a mess right now. We're gonna work on it together today. But this does not overwhelm me, because it is not the same type of mess that I had in the past. It is not. It is completely different. And I know we can get this space shaped up really quickly. And then there's a few other things I just kind of want to change just a little bit to make this space function even better. So we're gonna work on that today, and I'm gonna share with you the main mindset shift that has made our home so much easier to maintain. Well, hi, I'm Dawn from The Minimal Mom. If we haven't met before, I'm married to Tom and we have 4 kids, ages 7 through 12. And it's been kind of fun going back through the different rooms in our house and just doing like a refresh and a reset. And so we did our master bedroom a little while back. We're working on our closet, so I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. I have paint on my hands from our hall closet and giving that a functional update. So I'll link to those videos as well. But today we're gonna work in the laundry room. Here's what's so wild. It was a year ago that we gave this room a very functional makeover, and it has been awesome. The systems we put in place have worked so well. And so I'm excited just to make a pass back through here today. We're just gonna fine tune some things, do a little bit of cleaning. I'll tell you how this stuff has accumulated in here. But again, I wanna talk about this idea of what changed in my brain that makes our house so much easier to maintain now. Okay, so all of this stuff in here, there's 3 ways that it acquired. One, we were putting away the kids' winter gear, but all of their snow pants, snowsuit, all that needed to be washed. So it got washed, it came out of the dryer, and where did it go? Top of the dryer, right? So that just needs to get packed away. I have bins set aside for that downstairs. 2, if you followed our bedroom video, we did laundry stripping, and so I had acquired some new products for that. It worked well, again, I'll link to that video, but now I have to find a place to store that. So the borax is actually really good for dirty stuff. So I put that into the baskets so that that's handy to use, but I still need to find a spot for this powdered Tide. And I need to decide if I'm gonna keep it in here or maybe put it in the basement or somewhere else. And then there was this that I saw on Instagram, someone who I follow that I trust, and they said that if you have any super stubborn stains that you just can't get out, get some eucalyptus oil, and it's like magic. They even showed it on a stain on their pants, right? And so I'm like, okay, Adeline had a few things. This top came out of the washer and we don't know where these spots came from it. And so I'm like, okay, let's try out the eucalyptus oil. It didn't work at all. It didn't even lighten it. We've ran it through twice. So now I have this, right? And I spent money on it and all that, right? And so I am just going to let this go because I don't know when else we would use eucalyptus oil. I could put it in the baskets, but do you see how little this is? It's just gonna disappear. I'm never gonna remember it's there. And it's a deferred decision then that I have to deal with the next time that I go to declutter. Okay, so I'm actually gonna get a little laundry going real quick because it's kind of bothering me that those baskets are so full. We can talk about how that system's working and also, again, the thing that really makes it easier to maintain our house. So I'm gonna get this going. So I actually really like this system now of having these baskets, and they kind of each represent one load. So again, we put this in place last year. I love it. Everyone in our household can do laundry. And then, but I'm realizing as I'm dumping this in, there was some blacks in here that should go in the basket that is set aside for dark colors. So I just pulled them out quick as I was dumping the rest in. So I'm gonna put these in the basket that's designated for dark colors. I'm not gonna start it because then it's gonna be too loud. Okay, here's the thing that I have realized about our house, and even this eucalyptus oil kind of represents this. For me, managing a full house, we have 4 kids, you know, but even if you have other grown-ups or, you know, you just have multiple people in your house, or even for yourself, even if you're a 1-person household, I only have enough time and energy to manage the stuff that we're actually using. I even realized as we were, you know, doing the winter gear and getting that washed and put away, it just takes extra time, right? And then I have this extra stuff floating around in here and needs to get dealt with. So just managing the stuff that we actually use on a day in and out, day out basis maxes me out. So then if you're gonna add any kind of crafts and hobbies and sports and all the extra stuff that we store and accumulate, there just isn't enough time in the day. And that's where this idea of inventory was born. You've heard me talk about that 100 times, but this idea that everything in our home is inventory that we have to manage, and I can only manage so much. And for me, my threshold, it's really just the stuff that we use day in and day out. And when I was able to accept that, then I could get rid of things like this that I spent money on. I spent like $8 on this, right? That sucks. Like wasting $8, I don't ever wanna waste $8. And I was even just thinking, I'm the type, I would save a shirt like this to wear for like painting or outdoor or gardening. Adeline is not. Adeline always wants to look nice. I could tell her, save that shirt for when you're gonna do something grubby or whatever. And she'd be like, okay, Mom. And it would go to the back of her drawer. And then the next time we go to declutter her clothes, she would pull it out. This is, again, where I'm learning. I can only manage so much inventory. And even this now, I'm just gonna throw it away. I could cut it up for rags. We don't need any rags, right? Again, that's inventory I have to manage. And so my brain is like yours. It thinks of all these creative things to do with this stuff. But I have to like stop myself and be like, Dawn, no, like get rid of these 2 things now. You don't have the bandwidth to manage that extra inventory and to keep track of it and all that. Let it go now, because your house is so enjoyable and easy to manage when you don't have this kind of stuff in it. So I'm gonna put these in the garbage can. I'm sure there's other things I could do with them, but again, that takes extra energy. I'm gonna toss these, and then I wanna show you a change I wanna make to these bins up here. Okay, so another thing we did when we made over this space last year was to put these bins in place up on the top here for Tom's stuff. I know, especially after our bedroom video, the question came up like, where do you store your clothes because they're not in your bedroom? So I can share that at the end as well. But we have these bins. There's one for Tom's underwear, socks, under t-shirts, and sweatshirts. And I had made these labels, but I don't know, for whatever reason for Tom, they're not sticking. On the kids' sock bins, they stick just fine. So he had asked if there was something different we can do for labels, and we can. I'm also gonna make a pass through these to clean them out, because there's some stuff in them. Like this is a white t-shirt bin that is not supposed to be in here. So we'll do that too, but I'll show you what I wanna do for the labels. These are my new favorite like clip-on labels. I still like the chalk sticker labels for things that stickers stick to, but these actually like clip on. And so it can just clip on this basket like so, and I can just write on there what it is. I'm trying to decide if I should try and draw like the icons again or just write what it is. I don't know how good my skills are for drawing. I think I'll probably just write the name. So I'm gonna relabel these, and then we'll go through them as well. What I have to remind myself too is, where do I want to spend my time and energy? Like for some of us, you would be like, game on, I'm gonna figure out how to get this stain out. I'm sure some of you will leave like great tips for getting out stains like this. I'm gonna try different things. Whatever it is, I'm gonna spend some time to get this out. And I've just had to realize, like, for me, that's not my thing. Like this would sit at the bottom of one of the laundry bins now for a very long time until I finally get fed up with it and then end up throwing it away. Again, another deferred decision. I have a friend in our Facebook group who said she had this like sweater that was constantly at the bottom of their hamper because it was hand wash only. And she finally realized that she was just gonna get rid of it because she was never actually going to hand wash it, right? And so I think there's so much in learning ourselves, like our own selves, as we learn to manage our households. And what do I have extra time for? Where do I want to spend my time and energy? And where don't I? Where do the stuff just gets piled up and it gets left for someday? And to give you permission to say, you can throw this away. Like, you can let it go, you can donate it, you can cut it up for rags. Just because other people might take the time to hand wash things or to try and get stains out doesn't mean that you have to. And that is incredibly freeing when I realize that I can run my household in a way that works well for me, even if it's not how my mom or my sister or my aunt or other people on the internet might run their households. And then, like I said, it was a year ago that we did a functional makeover on our laundry room. We're very fortunate to have like a full laundry room, even though our house is pretty small. But I just recognized there were some things that weren't working. So I'll link to that video down below. But this system has worked so well. So we have 2 bins for regular laundry, and then we have a darks and a whites bin, and it has really worked out well. Each bin is roughly 1 load. So you saw, like, I just grab the bin, I dump it in the washing machine. I'll make sure there's no darks or whites or whatever in there. But pretty much we wash everything together. I wash my darks and stuff separate, but towels, jeans, t-shirts, all that gets washed together on cold, and it does just fine. I also really like this drying rack that we put in place as well. I was a little worried it'd be too tall. It's not. I love it, how it works. It holds a lot of stuff. It works really well. So I'm really glad that we put all of this in place. I can link to some of these products down below. But overall, this has been working really well, and it makes it really easy for the kids and other members of the household to help too. So I really like this system. We also we keep all of our socks for the kids in here, which works really great. But again, it's a main floor laundry room, and then I have baskets for the different cleaners. And that works super well too. But even with this, again, I only want to keep things in here that I am always using. That's why I was even hesitant to make a spot for this tide in here. I'm very protective of the space because I need it to function well. I need it to be really easy to keep tidy and to pick up and to get the stuff I need and put it back. And so I really try not to keep anything extra. So especially if you have a teeny tiny laundry room, being really aware of what you try to keep in there and just what doesn't live in there anymore. Like, I would be okay putting this in the basement and going down to get it the next time I want to do laundry stripping, because you only do it every so often, right? And so I'm just so hyper aware now of the stuff that I keep and how it clutters up the spaces, because I know myself, and if it's not nice and tidy and easy to get stuff, then I just avoid it, and that's when the laundry piles up and then nothing's working well again. So I really prioritize not keeping extra stuff in here. Okay, so as we finish up in here, I'm gonna put away the stuff on the drying rack, and I just wanna wipe down the washers and dryers, and then we're just about done in here. And I think going back to this idea of learning, like, how much can I personally manage? Dana from A Slab Comes Clean, she'll talk about clutter threshold, and she'll say how it's different from each of us. Like, your mom might have a different clutter threshold than you, or your neighbor, or your girlfriend. And so I think I love that idea. And what I'm also realizing is that it can sometimes change. I knew, like, when we had really little kids, like, my clutter threshold was so low, and then I thought it would get higher as they got older, but I talked about this in our just in case video. Nope, no more extra time even as the kids got bigger, right? No more bandwidth to manage stuff. If anything, it's maybe gone down even a little bit more. And so sometimes, depending on what season of life we're in, we're caring for loved ones that have extra needs, we have health challenges or something that's taking away our energy, and all of a sudden our clutter threshold is going even lower, but it's like our mind hasn't caught up with that, right? Like, it hasn't caught up with the fact of, like, no, I can't spend time getting stains out. I can't find a way to manage the eucalyptus oil. Like, I can't have anything extra in here. And so I really think often our mind hasn't caught up with our clutter threshold, and it's okay, right? Like, we're all learning as we go, and we're getting this figured out, but that has just been such a big thing for me, is just realizing, like, I need to have the right amount of stuff in my house for me, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about it. And another question that came up after our master bedroom video was, where do you guys keep your clothes? So my clothes are all in the wardrobe in the extra bedroom that we have. I've been trying to pretty consistently do Project 333, where you only have 33 pieces of clothing and accessories and all that. So I don't have a lot of clothes, so they fit really easily into that wardrobe. Tom has a little more, which is totally fine. So he has this dresser in here. He has the baskets on the top shelf in the laundry room. And then any of his like dress clothes that need to be hung are also in the wardrobe in the extra bedroom as well. It's a little unconventional, but we have more space in here than in our actual bedroom. So it works out well for us. All right, I just have one last thing to do in here. The curtain got taken down because I stole the curtain rod to use out in the bathroom. I don't know where the other curtain rod went. Why? So I got another curtain rod. So I'm gonna put up the curtain. This, I often get asked about it. Some of you don't like it. I saw those comments in the last video, which is totally fine. I think it's really cute. It's actually from a shower curtain from Target. They still have it. And in that video of our laundry room, I cut it down and I didn't even sew it. I used fabric glue to make this little valance. So I'm gonna put it back up because I like it. It makes my heart happy. So we're gonna have that up again. But otherwise, thanks for hanging out today. I hope maybe you got some work done in your laundry room as well. I am gonna link to those other videos, our bedroom refresh, also our original laundry room makeover here, because I do feel like the changes we made in here have been awesome. And so I want you to have a really highly functional laundry room as well, because it really makes it like, I don't mind doing laundry at all. I don't mind grabbing a bin, dumping it in, dealing with it as it comes through the laundry. I should probably link to our laundry system video too. Again, it's just what works for us. Obviously adapt it to what works for you too, but all of this has been working really well. So I'm really pleased with how it's worked now that we're a year removed from it. So always helpful to hear your favorite laundry tips and laundry room ideas as well. But I love you. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon.